welcome to a quick walkthrough of Syft's monetization model. Now, the goal of this model is simple: to help you stop leaving money on the table and start turning your work in Syft into a structured, scalable, and highly profitable advisory service for your clients. I want you to think of this model as your playbook. We're going to cover who it's for, why it matters, and then run a quick scenario on each of the three archetypes. Starting on the first screen, which is who is Syft for, we're going to set the scene. The challenge, which we're trying to solve here, is the fact that practices often struggle to price their advisory services. Now, Syft has provided a solution, which is to package our features into clear service tiers and then place your clients into one of these three archetypes. We'll start off with archetype number 1, which you can see here is light reporting. So if we click into archetype 1, you'll see a screen which looks like this. This screen is meant to be your foundation. Services built around frequent but time-consuming compliance tasks like management reporting or short-term cash flow forecasting. Easy wins where Syft saves you time. Now, at the top of the screen, you'll be able to select which region you fall under. In this example, we'll say that we're a UK-based firm. And then below that, you can select which of the services you're planning to provide to your clients. As in my example, we'll say that we're trying to do management reports and cash flow forecasting, and then we'll see how the model allows us to price our services. The first section allows you to select how often you're going to be providing these services on an annual basis. So if I say I'm going to be providing management reports each month, and then I'm going to be providing short-term cash flow forecasting every quarter, I'll input them like that. The second section asks how you would like to charge your services on a client-by-client basis, with Syft providing you a low-end estimate and a base estimate which you can go off. Now, you might think, I actually want to price my management reports at £70 per client rather than the 35 or 50 that Syft is suggesting, and I'd like to price my short-term forecasting at £100. The last input that you are given is how many clients will be receiving this service. Now, if you've got 5 clients receiving management reports and only 3 who are receiving short-term cash flow forecasting, you're looking at a practice opportunity of £4,200 and £1,200 on an annual basis for those two services. Now, the beauty of this model is the fact that you can quite easily change either the amount of clients who are going to be receiving these services. Maybe you want to change this from 5 to 7, or you would like to change the price that you're going to be offering for these services. Say, for example, you wanted to change this from 70 to 80, and you very quickly see what opportunity you have from a practice perspective. Even more than that, we have included a time-saving opportunity element, which tells you on an annual basis, based on the 7 clients you're going to be providing management reports for, you can expect to spend about 42 hours a year generating those reports. Now, you might then want to convert that to a monthly basis, and so you'd like to divide that by 12. Either way, you will be able to see what you can earn from a time-saving aspect down at the bottom here. Jumping into archetype 2, we're looking at providing your clients with real operational insights. Think custom reporting, KPI tracking, and really digging into customer and products data. Now, if once again we select the UK as being the region we're working out of, and we're saying we want to provide custom profit and loss and balance sheet reports and a bit of KPI tracking as well, we've got much the same as we saw in archetype number 1. Now, these services, for example, are adding significant value to your clients, and so you should be charging more for them. So let's say we're providing custom profit and loss and balance sheet reports at the same frequency as our management reports, but the KPI tracking we're doing every 2 months rather than every quarter, and we'd like to price those slightly higher than what Syft has suggested, and so we're going to input £150 and £200 respectively for our 4 and 3 clients who are going to be receiving these services. Now, once again, we've got ourselves the practice opportunity that we can expect on an annual basis. And the idea here is that you're building this monetization model to capture your own reality. Going into archetype 3, which is the highest level of strategic partnerships, we're starting to think about things like consolidation or benchmarking or longer term forecasting. Things which will drive massive long-term value for your clients. Now, once again, we're going to select the specific region that we see ourselves in, and then the different services that we're looking to provide for our clients, which in this case, we've said will be benchmarking and long-term forecasting. And then the input flow works very much the same. Now, if previously you were providing your clients with long-term forecasts on a quarterly basis and benchmarking on a monthly basis, you now have the opportunity to quite quickly change what you're seeing from a Syft perspective, which will then in turn change how you're charging your services. So let's input a practice estimate of 200 and 150 respectively, and say we're providing this for 6 and 4 clients respectively, and then we get ourselves the different practice opportunity as well as the time-saving opportunities that we have here. And that, in essence, is our monetization model, a very, very quick tour of how you can go through this model and use it to price your different services. Now, the model is designed to be fully interactive, so do go and have a play around with your client numbers, your pricing, and your frequency across all 3 archetypes, and find your firm's most profitable advisory roadmap.